All right, well, I can't speak out of memory like my brother and sister, so I'm going to be like my mom, part of me looking at my phone while I talk. So let me just load this. All right, so Naniji was my best friend growing up. Memories of my childhood have always been poor for some reason, and thoughts and feelings often form a blurry, synesthetic image when I think about it. What I remember is that she was a relentless light in a dark shadow that was cast by other figures. It feels dramatic to say it out loud, but it speaks to her true nature. Despite everything that she had been through and everything that she had seen her own child go through, she refused to let anyone or anything stop her from being her. And this seems to be a mitochondrial trait that's passed down from strong women to stronger women in our family. As you know, my mother, much like her mother, is a beautiful soul that is able to bring joy and beauty and see good in everything. But while a majority of my memories are hazy paintings, there are moments of clarity and crisp detail that stand out. Some of my fondest memories are from elementary school, when she would pick me up every day, walking to school from our home in a country that she barely knew, just to accompany me back. This tiny lady, being the amazing Naniji that she was, would often carry me on her back on the walk home too. She was so full of life and energy, like when she would do yoga and roll on her back like an armadillo, letting out hearty farts that I half expected to propel her off the ground. After school, I remember having moments of rare joy from the most banal activities like playing cards. Her personality would bring life to anything, regardless of how mundane it would otherwise be. I also remember the kahanis, or bedtime stories, that she would tell us, and the loris, or bedtime songs, that she would sing to us. And while I don't remember the details of the stories, I do remember the feeling of having her there, vividly describing the characters and what they were doing, and loving how animated she would be as I fell asleep. For those that knew her, the first thing you would remember is her adorable smile and laugh. It was infectious and translated into an ability to touch people with her warmth. I don't know how she would do it, because I imagine myself in similar situations, and I know I would never be able to affect people like she did. Undeterred by being in a foreign country and not knowing the language, wherever she would go, people would be drawn to her energy, and she blossomed in their company, all while speaking the universal language. And importantly, as I aged and became more of a brat and self-absorbed in my life, I always had a loving grandmother to remind me to be humble and to ground me to who I was raised to be. She was a woman of faith and spirituality and tried to instill those principles in us. And while the theology and intricacies of the religion did not fully permeate into me, what I did learn was the practice of being respectful of every living thing. She was a strong believer in doing what is right and never let her moral compass waver. She was a role model and the absolute best Naniji I could have asked for. Naniji, I love you and miss you every day. Thank you for being a part of my life and all of our lives. You will never be forgotten.